Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record weekly review special for week 27 of the Gaming Decathlon competition. This week, big drop in points, we'll see why in a moment, but 1,548, well short, 700 short of last week's total, and also well short of our best round from just 4 weeks ago, which was 2,899. Current virtual best, also massive drop, still above 2,000 at least, but 2,098 only just. The all-time virtual best, though, of course, that one will never go backwards. It does move up to 5,569. Now, looking at the 10 games individually. Pro Cycling Manager 2018 Career Mode. Big progress being made recently on that one. Continental Pro really starting to become a dominant team at that Continental Pro level, and we're even hanging in there with the World Tour teams when we're up against them. So big points have been coming recently. Now we have 359. We've got another whole year at Continental Pro, though. Hopefully at the end of another full year we're going to see a big boost in budget, because otherwise we're going to be in Continental Pro for a long time coming unless we can see an increase in budget, because I can't bring in the racers I need at the price that I need them to be to do much more than we're doing right now, and we're still well short of reaching World Tour status. Not competitively, but numerically. Pro Cycling Manager 2019 Career Mode, the new game, it's out, week and a half in now. Making some progress there, up to 31 points. Took a lot to get to 31, though. It's been really challenging. However, the first races were all up against World Tour competition, and we're just a Continental team. Quite a bit weaker than my 2018 Career Mode team, but stronger than the team that I originally started with in that Career Mode. So we'll make progress more quickly, but we're definitely not at that level. Just Continental, but I can definitely see us being Continental Pro next season. In the Pro Cyclist mode for 2019, this is where the massive point change occurred. The 2018 Pro Cyclist mode finished last week. This series did start last week, but because that other series had just finished, it was still up here on the score charts. Finally, this one is here. Now, if you look to the right side for just a second, number one at 983 points is that very game that just retired. Looking back over here, PCM 19 Pro Cyclist, 4 points starting out. So that's a deficit of 979 points from where I was in that slot 1 week ago. There's the point drop. We're making a lot of progress otherwise, but that is a massive drop in points from almost maxed out to almost nothing. Okay, moving on. Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2019, 480 points. We're tournament time, end of the season. We're right there. Let's see what we can do heading into next week. High hopes. We're Conference B. Nervous about next year, though. Really nervous about next year. Check the series out to see what's going on with that one, but really nervous about the recruiting. Motorsport Manager. I feel like I'm making progress, but I feel like I'm still miles away from the back end of the field. If we can't make progress soon, if we can't get competitive, reach the back end of the field, we are never going to outscore anyone, and we will be relegated. Hopefully that doesn't happen. We got a long season to go. Steel Division 2, still sitting on 100 points. Haven't met the objectives. Also getting worried on that one about whether I'll be able to make either objective because of timeline. Overall playthrough, I've got strength. I've played it. I feel like I played it right, somewhat cautiously, but made progress, good progress. Not at the pace they want. And so I could be cut off on time and fail completely. That would suck, because we've done fairly well. Imperator Rome, 240 points. good progress with that one. I'm really hitting that second phase, and the score is increasing rather quickly now. Draft Day Sports College Football, 150 points. We got 2 more wins. Got to the end of the season, but we are not done entirely with the season yet. We still have recruiting to finish up. And we may have enough wins to be in a bowl game. We'll find out. Factorio, Diggy, finally breaking out from that 5-point score that I've been stuck on for the last couple weeks as we leveled up a couple times and are more safe and secure than before. I've got some defensive help, but the aliens have themselves leveled up, so that's going to be a little bit tougher if I hit a huge pocket. F1 2019 career mode. 1 upgrade to the car. We just did Bahrain, second race of the year, and I'm consistent. I'm there, not quite there, thereabouts. Pretty much where the car should be, and so doing okay. Doing okay for starting out on that one. I'm driving a lot more consistently than last year, and I like the way that the F1 2019 handles better than 2018 because there was so much oversteer. It was so easy to turn that car around. It's a lot better this year. I had a single spin the whole weekend, and it was completely my fault. Completely understood why. Now, looking on the other side at the all-time top 10, that's where a change is. First off, Pro Cycling Manager retired. So I was down to a single active game in the top 10, college basketball. But making its debut on the top 10 list, where just a week ago it debuted on the 3 games on the outside looking in for the first time, is Pro Cycling Manager 2018 Career Mode. And in just 2 weeks, it's moved into 9th place, overtaking Minecraft. Now there's a little bit of a jump from where we're at now, at 300 to 350. There was quite a few games caught in that range. But 350 to 444 where Dirt Rally is. So it's going to be possibly a little while. But once we get there, as long as we keep scoring, which actually we're getting pretty close to the end of the season, so there might not be a lot more points out there. This season anyway, we could see that, come to an abrupt end. But it at least is into the top 10, making it 2 active games that are in that all-time top 10 scoring list. Now, reshaping the 3 games on the outside looking in. Last week we saw the removal of F1 2018 as that game was retired. It was PCM 18 Career Mode that moved into its place. And now, with PCM 18 Career Mode actually breaking into the top 10, the game that it bumped off of the list is FM 2018. So now we're back down to just a single FM in the top 10 list. Now with that change, FM 19 is not active, so it doesn't get bumped down to that list of the top 3 games on the outside looking in. So Motorsport Manager, which was second on the list behind PCM, just scoots up. It's in the same spot, still 14th. So it didn't change. There was no change in score. I have 0 on the current playthrough. College football, same thing, still 15th. They're bumped up that list because they're the first 2 games on the outside looking in, just because one of those games actually got into the top 10 now. Okay. Now here's the change though, is that taking that 3rd spot with PCM 18 sliding off that list in 17th, so there's still quite a ways down the list, Imperator Rome. So that's been the other big mover. So the 2 games that are making waves right now for me on the channel, at least in terms of scoring, PCM 18 Career Mode and then Imperator Rome. Now, that's a score that's looking, from where we're at right now, stability-wise, progress-wise, it looks like it's on the up. Really, until I reach a point where I'm up against Rome, right now, nobody's really standing in my way, as long as I play it smart. I'm too strong, nobody wants to attack me. and I'm choosing my battles wisely so as not to get overwhelmed. So looking for the right combination of opponents that I can beat, that I can handle. I've had a couple close calls, but I'm pretty stable and I'm growing, and I'm transitioning to that next phase where we had trailed everyone else in tech so much. We were so much bigger space-wise, which meant we could afford a much larger army, and that's what made us ultimately strong, but we desperately were behind in technology. We're not desperately behind anymore. We're still behind, but we're not desperately behind. And we're progressing more quickly. And that's actually the main reason why that score is boosted so much. But I'm also working on that next transition as we move into the later phase, so we can also transition government. We were a migratory tribe. We're now a settled tribe, but we've got to move on to some modernized form of government over being a tribe. A lot of that's going to come with completing that goal of becoming Gaul. That was the main goal of the playthrough. After that, sky's the limit till the end of the playthrough with whatever time is left. But we are doing quite well on the score tables already as it is, and there's still plenty of time left to play. So the threat I face is Rome. Rome's actually not looking so strong. They're in my neck of the woods on technology, and they are nowhere near the size that I am right now. So as long as they don't suddenly blow up in the good for them, bad for me way of blowing up, as in getting much larger quickly, I don't see Rome putting up too much of a fight, but I'm still keeping an eye out. They're still the ones that make me nervous. But anyway, so we are looking pretty dang good on that. So I think there's a lot of points still to come from that game in that playthrough. I don't think we're going to be in a position where we're going to get to 1,000 or anything, but could we get in the top 10 list? Absolutely. Could we get ahead of that 444 mark where Dirt Rally is, and that whole group of games within 40 points of each other? Yeah. 500? I would think so. Beyond that, I have no idea. I think we might be able to hit about 500 points in that playthrough. Not quite sure where we're at on the calendar, but I know we've been at it for a while. But anyway, that's where we're at on the virtual best. I'm actually really happy that PCM 18 career mode has cracked the top 10 list, because with the retirement of the Pro Cyclist mode from the same game, same year, we were down to just one active game in the top 10 list. And it's hard going when the whole point of the channel is to get this top score. We've got a long ways to go yet. At 5,569 is still a pretty small score. I mean, we've literally passed one real world comparison, and we need to start hitting some landmarks, and those will happen in the low 6,000s. So gotta keep working. That's going to do it for this review special. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.